Hey everyone, Dane here from Moving to Canada. I am here to bring you the results of the second express entry draw of the week. It took place a little bit earlier today. It is Thursday, May 28th, and we had a draw happen for Canadian Experience Class candidates, CEC candidates. There's the only people who are considered in today's draw. That's not surprising. That's exactly the same pattern that we've been seeing for the past couple of months since IRCC put in place the travel restrictions due to COVID-19. And we know since then they've been restricting draws either to PMP candidates or CEC candidates, so today's draw was one of the ones limited to CEC candidates. In a bit of milestone news, it was the 150th express entry draw of all time. So 150 draws have taken place over the history of that program since it was introduced back in 2015. In today's draw, there were 3,515 invitations to apply that were issued, quite a high number. Remember, they were only going to CEC candidates. And the minimum CRS score cutoff continued to drop quite dramatically for CEC candidates. So we saw that score drop to 440 points. That's a pretty significant drop from the last round 2 weeks ago, and it's quite substantial if we look back to when they started doing these CEC restricted draws back in March. So congratulations to those of you who have received one of those invitations to apply. To the rest of you, I know one of the questions we're going to get is, are they going to resume all program draws for FSW and FST in the near future? And as I'll say every week, we unfortunately don't know the answer to that question. We don't know when they're going to resume those all-program draws. It's really going to depend on the development of the public health crisis, both in Canada and globally, and IRCC will make their policy decisions based on the progression of that public health situation. So I wish I had more news for you in that regard, but unfortunately I don't. We will continue to monitor that situation, and as soon as we get word from IRCC that they're updating their policies, we will of course inform you, our audience. So congrats if you received an ITA. If you didn't receive an ITA, we're going to keep our fingers crossed that things will get better and progress in the near future. I also want to take a moment to quickly plug a video that we filmed earlier today called How to Find a Job in Canada. We paired up with Rory Spillane, who's the founder of Moving to Canada and also manages a company called Outpost Recruitment, specializing in hiring for the Canadian construction and engineering sectors. So he's a bit of a recruitment expert, and we did a big live stream with him today where we talked about our best tips for finding work in Canada, and we also did a live editing session of an international resume, and we edited it so that it would be better for Canadian employers. So a ton of really useful information in that video. It's posted on our YouTube channel now, so check that out, and hopefully that can help you guys find a job in Canada, whether you're already here or whether that's something you're planning for in the future. Thanks again so much for tuning in. Hope you're all staying safe, staying well, wherever you are. You're taking care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we will of course be back once we have more Canadian immigration news and express entry draw updates. Thanks.